Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and in this presentation, I'm going to show you what is the difference between ChatGPT versus Google search if you have a medical question. First of all, let us look at the main concept of ChatGPT, which is primarily text-based, which scans over 170 billion sources of information to come up with a nice, beautifully written text. Whereas Google search has links to practically most of the websites in the world, and it links the information related to your question. As I said, ChatGPT is primarily at this present time text-based, whereas Google search is text-based, image-based, and it can also give links to YouTube where you can have voice connected with the text and graphics. So let's put them to test drive and see how we can get them to do what we want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first, here I have a bottle of Tylenol, acetaminophen, and the pill looks like this. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, this is how the pill looks. Now, when you have all these medications in a box put together for each day, you don't know what that medicine is because it's not from you don't have the bottle to go with that. So what you can do is you can go to Google search and type the letter pill, which is L484. That's what the pill is. And look at that. Google showed acetaminophen extra strength 500 milligram tablet. All right. So not only that, you can go to the images and look at this 484. Then here it is, acetaminophen extra strength oral pill. So when it comes to images, when it comes to graphics, Google has an advantage over ChatGPT. So let's come to ChatGPT here and type the same pill, which is what is pill 484? And this is what pill 484 is marking on a medication tablet that identifies its white oval-shaped tablet with imprint L484. The actual medication that the tablet contains can only be determined by looking up the imprint code in a reference source such as drug database, So it did not really identify this as specifically acetaminophen 500 milligram extra strength tablet. All right, now let's test another question here. What is basic life support? What is basic life support? And when you do this, Google already comes up with a series of recommendations, which is great because if you want to know more information about that, it will help us. But let us start off with what is basic life support. Let's put here, and then it just links a series of websites that gives a reference where you can find more information. Whereas if I were to put what is basic life support in ChatGPT, it gives you basic life support refers to a set of procedures and skills to perform to support the circulation of blood and oxygen to the brain and vital organs in a person who is in a cardiac arrest or who has a respiratory arrest. So this is more specific, more targeted to your particular question. And if you rephrase the same question in a different manner, for example, basic life support, then it lists all the steps of the basic life support. And let's say you want to get more specific. Let's say, what are the steps of basic life support? This is extremely useful because it is actually taking the information and putting it in a text format in a logical manner. And if you go to the American Heart Association website and look at the basic life support steps, and you find a similarity between this one and what you see on the American Heart Association website. Check the scene and the person. Ensure safety. Safety is the most important thing first. Then call emergency 911. Start CPR, and then use automated external defibrillator. So it's giving you all this useful information, and when it pertains to the information, I think this is more specific and tailor-made to your particular question. So let's see what of basic life support. Scene safety, assist breathing, activate EMS, get automated defibrillator, CPR. It gives in a text format, which is useful if you're writing an article or if you're producing a content, for example, YouTube. See, this is more descriptive, and that's the beauty of ChatGPT. And in this way, ChatGPT can be used in any profession for middle school students, elementary school students, or high school students writing an essay. They can pose a series of questions on the same topic and come up with an entire text here, which you can literally use. But I would be careful about using this. Then you could be subject to plagiarism, because if the sentences match exactly what was the source, then it could be an issue. But if you're a student, I think this is where it makes a huge difference. So here are some similarities and differences, but the big advantage of Google search is the images and links to YouTube videos, which can provide you much more information, whereas this one is more specific. It is language based and it is text based, and it helps you to, especially for students, to generate, tell me about Rushmore. I want you to write a 500-word article on Rushmore, and you can do that easily by asking a series of questions. And I hope this has been useful to you. Try this in your own profession or in your own field, and keep asking a series of questions or rephrase the same question, and you can create an entire history based on that topic. Thank you so much, and I'll be producing more videos on ChatGPT as how we can make it useful